Hi guys, this is a Craftsman digital plunge router. As you can see, it has an LCD screen at the top, and that's what makes it digital. This is a plunge-based router. Okay, so we have a carousel stop here. You can adjust this. You have micro adjust so you get exact depth you need. And you use this when you want to make deep cuts. You would start off a higher setting, then gradually move lower, so you don't make too deep of a cut and lose control of the router. Now we have a chip guard here that just likes to flop around and it pops off a lot, so I don't really like that. Here we have suggested RPM chart, which comes in handy if you want to do a quick cross-reference. Looking here, we have a plunge lock. This is for the edge guide over there, you can see, and this is to unlock the spindle for removal. You just take it straight out. You can see here also we have a collet lock, so it's very useful. There's a hole in the spindle, so you could lock it in, and then just use one wrench to tighten or loosen the collet. Again, this is just straight in, straight out. And of course you can elevate this a little bit if you need to. Let's lock that up. Now, it has a nice long cord, maybe I'd say 6 feet, maybe a little longer. Now plugged in, you can see here we have the LCD screen. We'll zoom in so you can see a little better. Now also notice there's a green light over here indicating the router is on. Now when you start off, you press set, and you'll see in the top left corner it will blink. For that, you select the router bit that most closely resembles the one that you plan to use. Okay, plus minus allows you to change the setting. You press that again, and now you'll see at the top this starts to blink. Now what that is the diameter of your router. So there's 0 to 1, 1/4 to 2, 2 1/4 to 2.5, 3 3.5, and then back to 0 and 1. Oops, sorry for lifting that away. So that's your router bit diameter, and you can see the speeds are changing accordingly. So let's say we're at 1 1/4 2-inch router bit. Lock that in, press set, and you'll see on the bottom that starts to blink. This is where you select the material you plan to route into. Choices are hardwood, plastics, and softwood. Then you hit set, and this is your recommended speed. It's going to be 19,000 RPM for this setting. Now let's say you want to use a very specific RPM, or you want to override it, and you want to set it manually, you can. Just plus minus, and you could set it to whatever you want. From maximum is 25,000. You can see there's 11 settings down to 10,000 RPM. So if you're a beginner, you'll love the fact that it just spits out whatever RPM you need based on the bit you want to use and material. And if you're more advanced, you can set your RPMs manually. And plug it. One thing I don't like is a switch. If you need to turn it off in a hurry, it could be a little difficult. It's just a toggle switch right here, and it's guarded. Although it shows on off clearly, it could be difficult to reach in a pinch. You have to consciously know where it is and toggle it. I prefer push buttons on the top or exposed that you could just get to in a hurry. Now it also comes with an edge guide, which I haven't put together yet. one collar wrench, a vacuum dust adapter, and a depth adjustment, which is used for right here to adjust this Allen key. It's attached to the depth shaft, and this, of course, is part for, I believe, the edge adapter or the edge guide. Now, the adjustment for the bottom that suggests that they want you to use a router table. We really don't recommend that. It's plunge base router is not really stable enough for router table use. You really should use a fixed base router for that. And you can see this, it pops off a lot. It does that during use too. It's not as really effective as we would like. Overall, this is a pretty decent router. Retail price is a little high. It's $130. At that price, we would usually expect to see a more pro-grade router. But when on sale for $100, it's at a nice price for beginners and intermediate users. Okay, so that's the Craftsman digital plunge-based router. Any questions? Let us know.